Hey guys, Billy Philo with Masterful Mechanics Baseball. I'm here at the Harrisburg Gymnastics School. I'm fortunate enough that my mom owns this gym, so I can use it during this whole coronavirus outbreak. That's the only time I'm going to mention that. Actually no. This is a good time to show your commitment and your perseverance. You can either be sitting at home, during this quarantine, not doing anything, watching Netflix, whatever, or you could be, at least going to the park, trying to get better, taking swings in your basement, throwing. You can go to the park and throw against a net, a fence, someone's house. I don't care. As long as you're trying to get better, you need to be out there practicing during this time. I'm here throwing by myself into a net. It's not the most glamorous thing, but I'm here trying to get better. And despite all odds, you can get better and persevere and level up through these issues and any issue in your life, really. But anyway, so that's the last time I'm going to mention that. For today, we are going to learn the first two steps of our throwing program. So that brings us to our 3 learning objectives, like always. Objective number 1 is to learn the first 2 throws of the throwing program. Objective 2 is to learn how these throws are going to improve our arm strength and also our throwing mechanics. And then step 3 is to learn how these 2 throws are going to lead into the rest of our throwing program. So then you have a set routine that you're going to do every time you step out onto the field. You're going to get to the field before practice or game, and you're going to have a plan. Okay, how am I going to get my arm loose? This is how you're going to do it. This is why we practice consistency with our throwing program. All right, so for me, this is honestly basically what I do for my throwing program. So first is our parallel throws. Parallel throws, you're going to get a little wider than shoulder width apart. Keep your feet still. Start with your hands together. You're going to turn front shoulder towards the target, point your glove, tuck that glove in, and throw. Right there. Follow through, out front. The main thing we want to focus on for this throw is when we turn. Okay, not only do we want to point our front shoulder like we do with every throw, point our front shoulder at the target, point our glove at the target, then tuck in and bring our chest forward. Okay, that's a more basic idea for this drill. More advanced technique is we're going to get separation between our shoulders and our hips. So we turn, hips stay parallel to the target, shoulders turn, then get the front glove out, arms straight back. This is what we call the letter T. Then we're going to tuck and throw. So I'll show you 1 or 2 in real time just so you can see it, what it's actually going to look like here. Last one, turn, point, tuck, finish out front. Notice my back is bent, my release point is still out here. I'm going to get from here to here. Bring my fingers to the target. All right, so that is parallel throws. Pretty simple. It's going to get our body loose, especially our midsection. Okay, get that separation, and also for our younger athletes, practice pointing that shoulder and front glove to the target every throw. All right, our next drill is the letter T. So I referenced the letter T in the last drill. Letter T is also really important to get our front shoulder pointed at the target. So now we're going to turn sideways, get to a very wide base because we're not going to take a step for this drill. Wide base, you can have your front foot pointed either 3/4 or closed off. I like mine 3/4. I would never have it pointed all the way. 3/4. Okay, wide base. We're going to have our weight back, and this is where the letter T comes into play. So arms out. Okay, now essentially I'm making a letter T. If I was standing straight up, okay, my body is now in a letter T. All right, so we're doing the letter T just with our weight back, wide base, letter T. Again, we're going to tuck that front arm, make sure our shoulder's pointed at the target, tuck the front glove in, pull, chest forward, throw. That one went a little off target. It's hard to talk and throw at the same time. So for you kids out there, always make sure you're focused when you're warming up. Don't be talking to your buddy. In between throws is fine, but not while you're actually performing the drill. So again, wide base. Start here, letter T, front shoulder pointed, glove pointed at my target. I'm going to tuck in, pull my chest forward, transfer my weight, throw. Again, my back is bent, my fingers are reaching towards the target, shoulders down. I'll show you one or two in real time so you can get it. That was a good throw. It just popped out of the net. I swear. Wide T. Okay, and there is our power T throws. So that's the first two throws in our throwing program. Parallel throws, power T throws. 3 objectives, all right? There's number 1. You learned our first 2 throws of our throwing program. I would consistently practice those every time as you're throwing a baseball. Start with those 2. All right, so it gets us into objective number 2, which is to improve our throwing mechanics and increase our velocity. Okay, getting the separation of the parallel throws, separate the shoulders from the hips, is going to increase velocity. And in the power T, this is going to help our throwing mechanics, keep our front shoulder on the target, weight back, tuck, throw, and then practice transferring the weight. So that's a key objective in the power T throw, is transferring the weight. And then objective number 3, we're going to learn about a little more next time when we go over some more of our throws, how these throws can help us solidify a routine so we have a set plan every time we get to the baseball field. Other kids are standing around, other players are standing around doing nothing, talking. All right, you have a plan, you're going to get ready, you're going to have your arm loose, and you're going to be ready for practice of the game so you can perform your best. All right, and that's why we're here, to help you perform your best. I'm a facilitator of learning. You got to go out and do it yourself, though. As always, reach out with any questions. So until next time, we'll go over the rest of my throwing program, and you'll learn a little bit more in depth of how this is going to help improve your throwing. All right, so thanks for rocking with me again. Peace out.